We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Tennessee Titans. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the set.
Mike 51. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Fight.
Now a handoff looking right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
56 is the mic.
Look at me, zipper.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Rock it.
Check, cross, let's go.
Shotgun now for Breeze.
Check 50,
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Go.
54.
Bam.
Let's go, Heavy.
Look at me. Door.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we
Go.
Back. Shit. Hatchet. Hey,
Smooth.
check Mike 54.
Ready?
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Titan football. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Check. Lucky.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
60 outlaw.
Check pass.
Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Hey, Haywood! Hard! Undercut!
Check nickel. Show it up!
Shoot!
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Hey, Delta! Hey, Sam on!
Snap comes at 1, and now Breeze.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
And he's able to get it out of there. Davis now to return it. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
You draw quarters.
2nd and 3. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Got it.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Check 24. Check 24. Hey, exit.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
5.
They'll look to throw here. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this will remain a scoreless game. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield.
56. Mike 56. Got you.
Hey! Leo! Switch!
Shift!
He's coming! We got double up. Look! Squeeze! Check!
Breeze now on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
56 to Mike.
Go!
Don't get nervous.
Score! Hey, lock it!
56.
Ready?
From the gun, it's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Let's go. That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want none of this.
Brings up 3rd and
2. Let's go! 10-2 saw. 61, matchbox lights.
They'll drop the throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. His first catch good for 8 and a first down.
Come on, set. 15 line.
I'm coming after you.
Let's go.
On first down, Vaughn. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Here we go! 90 Wolf!
Double. Big dash. Come. Check 24.
Shoot!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Christian, travel.
Hey, watch the slant.
Rock it.
This will be a jet sweep. Here's Thomas with it. He'll have a first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
On the ready.
50 yards to Mike. Get him.
And to give this time to the tailback. And an alley to run. And he cuts it right. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that
he's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, Echo.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Come on. You better bring it. 56.
Now.
56 is the Mike. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
And that'll set him back 5.
Ready, set.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Bravo.
I'm coming.
Tight dog. Top takes 3. 218. Chop. Hit it.
Now they try the right side here. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
General West. And Alpha.
Play action. Breeze. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, orbit.
Mike 51. Down to lose one.
Now Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack able to record his 5th sack of the season. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Yeah.
Ringer, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Go.
Here's Breeze. And he's going to go down again. Jeffrey Simmons in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Go. Hey. High 7. 2.
Working from the gun. It's Breeze. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
Check 52. Protein spell. Look at me. Door. Hey. Go. Hard. Hey, Sam off. Get it.
Now Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Ready.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
80 weapons.
Let's get off the field, D. Check. Fred down. 36.
They'll run it with Williams. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
K2 stuff.
Yo trip is here, baby. Yo trip is here.
22 jet bombers. Smith.
56 to Mike. 56.
You're out. Let's go.
Watch the safety creep.
Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Let's go, D.
They'll run on first down. It's Vaughn. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
61, matchbox lights.
Check. Check. Check 31. Check 31. Joker, Joker. Joker, Joker.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Down, 50, plant.
Better bring it. You better bring it. Let you know.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. He finds an opening past the 40. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Twist on Travis.
Under 10.
Look, squeeze.
Let's see it.
Hey, Delta. Look at me. Zipper.
More.
Gone.
No.
Let's go.
Now Breeze. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Go now.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Ten Lobo.
Now back to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to throw. They will find Davis. That's complete. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go play action here on 1st down. Lush coming, and he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Exit.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Check 4, check 4. Hey, team 6, team 6. Go. Rock it. No. Off. Ready.
2nd and 14. And he's got his man on the out route. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Kill. Pilot, 64, win. Mike, 51.
They'll set up a throw. The open man is Smith. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down in front of the ball.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Here's Breeze to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
132 fighter.
Coming to you.
Bravo.
Hey, check.
Yep.
24. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Hey, time.
Yo, back. Lee grip.
To throw, it's Breeze. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Protein spill.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
35. Saints 7. Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Ready?
Breeze now on 1st down. Looking long for Thomas. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 21 yards away. And the Saints get a bit closer. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down. Second and 3. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first, and it's third down now.
Brings up third down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down.
Look at me. Go. Shoot.
Back to throw here. Completes it to Davis. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. It was Kendall Donnerson who made the stop on the defensive side.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hard.
On play action, they'll throw. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Mike 51, Mike.
Hey, wahoo!
Coming after you. I'm coming after you. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Bring.
Go. Hey, high 7.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That's it, baby.
So that'll bump it back to a 1st and 15. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Foxtrot.
Check the backer.
Hey.
Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Rip right.
Look at me, zipper.
51. Hey, let's get in them holes.
Go. Big rip.
Throwing now is Breeze. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 2nd and 15 now. Breeze, open man, Higbee, the tight end. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Breeze now to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Delta.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Go, go, go. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up.
Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Keeps himself upright. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down, and the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. You're out.
Mike 51.
They'll look to throw here. And the pressure gets to him again. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
56.
5.
Let's put that team on the 2.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Breeze. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Breeze now on 1st down. Now Breeze lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Under pressure, they got him again.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Bravo!
Shift! Watch the shift!
Hey, lock it!
Tighten up!
Deep grip!
After the sack on first down, Breeze in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Harold Landry, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
51 to Mike, boy, 51.
He don't know no better.
Mike 51, Mike 51. I got you. 51's the Mike, 51's the Mike.
Five.
To throw is Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep. It got his man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. On play action, it's Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Here we go.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
Watch the twist.
Check 37, check 37.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Mike's 5-4.
Hey, wahoo. Ready.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by David Long. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. He'll set up to throw, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
Ready, set.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.